it's really important to be able to track your progress more than just stepping on the scale and looking at a number, because a number just really doesn't tell the story. Hey guys, Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I got a really different subject. I don't think we've ever talked about this before, and that is, why are progress pictures so important and how to take them? Now guys, I see this all the time. I recommend all of our new people joining our Facebook group to take progress pics, but very few people do it. And the people who do it typically do it wrong and screw it up. So before I get to that, I want to just kind of discuss the reason why it's important, okay? So guys, you're starting out your journey. How do you measure your success? How do you measure your progress? All right? Most people just, step on a scale and they look at the weight. And that's the only way they can tell if things are going in the right direction or not. Well, that's one little way to measure it, but it's really not the best way. I mean, the mirror is far more important than the scale. And so guys, I get people complaining about how much weight they've lost, and it's not enough for them. All right, so they'll talk about, well, I've only lost 7 pounds, and I'm not real happy with that. Well, you're not gonna believe how much 7 pounds really is. Hold on. Okay, that's a gallon jug of milk. That, if it was full of body fat, is the equivalent of 7 pounds of fat. Now, hold this up next to you. 7 pounds, right? That is a ton of mass. Now, guys, think about people who've lost 14 pounds and don't think that's all that great. Or maybe you've been doing it for a year or longer and you've lost 21 pounds and you don't think, that you're real impressed with a 21-pound weight loss in a full year. You might think that, man, you're just not doing a very good job. 3 of those gallon jugs is 21 pounds. So guys, it's really important to be able to track your progress more than just stepping on the scale and looking at a number, because a number just really doesn't tell the story. And progress pictures are the best way. And then also guys, when you're looking at the scale, that is not telling you how much fat you've lost. That just tells you how much weight you've lost, right? So what happens if you've lost 21 pounds over the course of the last year, but at the same time, you've put on 5 pounds of muscle? So that means you really lost, 26 pounds of body fat and then added 5 pounds of muscle for a net 21-pound loss. So guys, the scale really is not the best way to keep track. Pictures are the best way, and I'm going to show you 4 different ways to take progress pictures. But each of these 4 methods has 3 things in common, and that is lighting, your pose, okay, the way you're holding yourself, the way you're taking the picture, and location, where exactly you're taking the picture. So stick around. I'm going to show you 4 really cool ways to do this. All right, welcome to my bathroom. This is method number 1. It's called the mirror method. Now, this is the easiest way to take progress pics because you can do it yourself. It doesn't need any kind of extra stuff, no stand or no props or anything like that, but there are some drawbacks, all right? Now, in each of these 4 different methods, I want to talk about the 3 things though that are still important that go across all the methods. And remember, that's lighting, pose, and location. All right, so doesn't matter which one you choose, I want you to use the same location every time and the same lighting every time and hopefully the same pose. Now your shorts don't have to be the same color, doesn't matter, but wear the same outfit. Even if you're wearing a shirt, okay, I highly recommend take your shirt off, but I want you to have the same pose and the same outfit on throughout the course of your progress pics. Because remember, this could take months or even years, right? Now this is the easiest, all right? You see guys doing this at the gym all the time. So I got my camera on, all right? You can kind of see in the screen here what's going on here, right? And here I am, and I'm looking at myself, okay? And I just hit the button, all right? Boom. Now guys, the problem is, look how small my body is on the screen here. So you really need to kind of zoom in a little bit, all right? And then, see how my body takes up the full image or the full screen here? All right, and then I can take a picture. Now the other way is you leave it back kind of at its normal, okay? You can take your picture then, and then when you edit, you can zoom in with your editor. But most of you guys don't want to edit your own pictures. You want them to be just taken exactly right the first time, so you gotta scroll in. And then so remember pose, so that's one pose. And then guys, now you gotta take a pose from the side, all right? So I can see myself sideways in the mirror here, okay? Then I can hit the button and it just took a snapshot, right? Now it's really nice for you guys to get a picture from behind. But how do you do this? I mean, you gotta flip it around so that you're using the forward-facing camera, okay, on your phone now. And now I gotta hold it like this, and I gotta do this over my back. Boom. All right, so that picture got, it got my head, my shoulder, but it also got from behind, and it got my cameraman in there too. All right, pretty cool. All right, so this is the easiest method, guys, but I talked to you about pose and lighting and location. So if you decide to do the selfies in front of the mirror, the easiest, continue to do it in the same location month after month after month. But the lighting, okay, I want you guys to see how important lighting is. Now, right now, if you can see, I'm not sure if it picks it up in the camera real well, so you may not be able to see this on YouTube all that well, but in person, it makes a huge difference. I have a light directly above me shining down, okay? And so you can actually see the definition of your muscles. You can see your body real well. What happens if instead of an overhead light, I went with a light coming straight at me? So this is the light's coming this way, and it makes you look real flat, okay? So there's not as many shadows formed by your different muscles. So it's much better to go with an overhead light, and see, I got this light coming directly at me right now. That's kind of making things look flat. If I turn that off, things pop a whole lot more, okay? That's why you see people in elevators taking selfies. Now, you guys don't see it, but if you follow young kind of bodybuilders on Instagram, they're always looking for down lighting at the gym. They're always going to the bathrooms, got fantastic down lighting. That's why my picture at the very beginning of this video was me taking a selfie in the bathroom at Gold's Gym, because it had great lighting coming straight down, and it makes you look much more impressive. So, number one, taking selfies in front of the mirror is the easiest way to do it, and I just gave you a few pointers. Okay, so moving on to method number two, and that is the prop method, meaning we're gonna take our phone and we're gonna use the rear-facing camera, right? So I'm gonna take a picture of myself this way. So when I'm taking a picture of myself, I can actually view my image in the camera before it actually snaps, all right? But we gotta prop the camera up on something, all right, to do this. Now there's two things here, guys. Look, lighting. Look how great this lighting is right here, all right? Now, if I'm stepping over here, look how bad the lighting is. So the light's gotta be coming down and slightly in front of you, okay? And you don't want to have a lot of bright lights coming face on. That'll make you look real flat, okay? So the other thing you need to do is learn how to use your timer. It's real simple. So I got mine set on a 5-second timer, all right? So what I do is I'm just gonna prop it up against this glass right here, and I can see the image, okay, in the screen here. Why don't you come on over here and take and show them some real live footage here. So there's my image, and I can see exactly how I'm framed. Oops, here it goes. It's about to take a picture. So one thing my camera happens to have is it's got audio triggers. So I can go over and punch the button, and it'll count down 5 seconds and then snap. Or I obviously said something. And when I said picture, here it is. It heard me say something else, and it's about to snap another picture. But see how easy this is, guys? Now the other thing is, all right, we got the different poses. So I'm gonna hit the button, and I can come over here. I got 5 seconds to frame myself. Just took a picture. Now I want for one from behind. All right, it's counting down. I can kind of frame myself. Boom. All right. The prop method works really well, but once again, I want you to use the same poses, front, side, back. I want you to use the exact same lighting and wear the same clothes, okay? So if you're gonna be wearing a shirt the whole time, you know, that's okay, but you're not gonna be able to track your progress nearly as well as if you take your shirt off. Okay, guys, so method number 3 is the tripod method. Now, here you go. Not everybody watching right here shoots videos for a living. I do. All right, so tripods are really cheap. So if you want to go through the trouble, just get on Amazon and Google tripod, and they'll have a little holder for your cell phone, you know, that comes with the tripod normally. Make sure, but you can get some for, I don't know, $15, $20. These things are not particularly expensive. Matter of fact, talking right now, it just pulled up tripods on Google. So I got a bunch of tripod pictures on my phone, the camera turned off. Sometimes these phones can be a little too smart. Okay, there my camera is. So here we go. Remember, same location, same pose. All right, I got good lighting. All right, the only difference is instead of propping my camera up on a glass sitting on my counter, I'm using a tripod here. So I just go, I can hit the little button. It's got a 5-second timer. I can watch it counting down, and then boom. Do the same thing from the side and the back. And now you guys are experts on method number 3, the tripod method. Okay, guys, method 4 is the buddy or the friend method. All right, so a lot of y'all are gonna have a wife or a girlfriend who can do this. Once again, they're gonna be framing you. Have them take a few pictures, make sure they're framing you correctly. All right, sometimes they cut you off right here, or they only shoot you from here way up to here. A lot of times people don't know, they'll actually focus the middle of the camera on your head. So my head's in the middle of the picture instead of way at the top. So my head should always be near the very top of the frame. So boom, same lighting, same location, same poses, front, side, and rear, and you're done. The problem is you gotta have somebody that you can rely on, and that, on top of this, you're not embarrassed, all right, by taking your clothes off in front of. So all 4 of these methods are gonna give you fantastic results, so long as you remember the 3 tricks, and that is the lighting, the location, and the pose. And then remember, guys, this is gonna track your progress over the months and years. I don't care, okay, if you don't post these on YouTube or on our Facebook page. Don't be afraid to take them. Just keep them for yourself, for posterity's sake, for a way to track your progress better than just stepping on a scale and looking at some numbers. I promise, if you stick with it and never give up on yourself, you're gonna love this method.